What's up with Tommy lately? He seems to be slacking off. You need to get on his case about that.
I got a call from his advisor yesterday. He's doing fine in his classes.
That's not what I mean, and you know it.
Well, I don't see any difference from before.
He changed his hairstyle last week and bought new clothes.
Those jeans were worn out. He needed new ones.
He's obviously gotten interested in girls. Must have a girlfriend or something.
Well, he is in college now. It's normal for him to care about his appearance at this age, and having a girlfriend wouldn't be strange at all.
He should be focusing on his studies, not wasting time on dating.
He can do both. His grades are still good.
What are you talking about? He's got job hunting coming up. He's been coming home late, sometimes not until morning. How can he be so irresponsible when we're supporting him?
He told me he's been studying at the library with his friends. They're preparing for their certification exams.
And you believe that?
I think it's just normal growth. He's an adult now and he's a young man. Don't you think you're being a bit too strict?
Look, I hate guys who chase after girls. We're paying good money for him to attend a prestigious university, and he shows zero gratitude.
He thanked us just last week for supporting his education.
Actions speak louder than words. He needs to show it through results.
Tommy got into that university because of his own hard work. We just supported him. Besides, he's attending all his classes. I don't think there's anything to worry about.
This is why women without college degrees...
Having a degree doesn't automatically make someone a better parent.
You wouldn't understand the pressure of maintaining a certain social status. Only people with a degree could comprehend.
Degree or not, I know Tommy's a good kid.
Your parenting must be the problem. I thought you'd raise him more properly. Maybe getting remarried to you was a mistake. As a stepmother, you've been a bad influence on him.
I've been raising him since he was 10. He's always been a responsible child.
Then why isn't he home studying right now?
You don't need to say things like that.
It's the truth. First off, you only went to community college and worked at a daycare. You can only handle little kids.
I've done my best raising him. Even though we're not blood related, I feel like we have a real parent-child bond now. I'm proud of how Tommy has grown up to be such a good person. You let me raise him even though I couldn't have children of my own.
Tommy isn't here to compensate for your complexes.
I know that.
No, you don't understand. You're too soft on Tommy.
I set boundaries when needed. Ask him yourself.
If you were stricter, he wouldn't be out at all hours.
I don't think so. Tommy even says I'm scary when I get angry.
Then what's with his irresponsible attitude lately? The other day when he came home in the morning and I tried to scold him, he completely ignored me. The kid's got no respect.
Maybe he didn't want to hear that from someone who comes home early in the morning himself.
That's different. I earn my keep and fulfill my responsibilities.
Well, that's not how Tommy sees it. You've pushed all the parenting onto me and barely spent any time with him. It's years of that building up.
It's your job to make him understand how great I am. Who does he think puts food on the table?
I work part-time too, you know.
Your earnings are pathetic. I'm the one providing most of the money here.
Money isn't everything in raising a child.
Without my money, he wouldn't be at that university.
Tommy knows that, but whenever you see him, all you do is criticize. He's worked so hard all this time. Maybe you could try acknowledging that sometimes.
What has he worked hard at?
He got into a good university, didn't he?
That's expected of my son. He's the only son of me, a CEO. Otherwise, I wouldn't even consider letting him inherit the company.
Tommy's already said he doesn't want to take over your company.
He's young. He doesn't know what he wants yet.
He's thought about this carefully. Maybe you should listen to him.
He'll change his mind eventually. First, he needs to get a job at a good company and build up an impressive resume. That's why job hunting is so important. After working there for a few years and then coming to my company, everyone will be impressed.
That's just what you've decided on your own. I want to let Tommy do what he wants to do. Follow his dreams, for example.
Women should keep their mouths shut about business matters. Just quietly guide Tommy in the right direction. Listen up. This is your final big responsibility. If he only gets offers from worthless companies, it'll be your fault.
That's fine by me. I'll support whatever Tommy wants to do.
You've really become an insolent woman. When I remarried you, I thought you were a submissive domestic type.
People change over time, I guess. And I don't think I'm the only one who's changed.
You can talk big now, but it won't last. Make sure you tell Tommy to focus on his job hunting. Your future depends on it. Saw his friend from university got an offer from Ford.
Every company has different hiring timelines.
How's the job hunting going for him?
Well, you know how things are these days. Everything's online and the process has changed a lot. It's pretty hectic.
That's no excuse. He should be applying to as many companies as possible.
He's being selective about where he applies. That's smarter than sending random applications.
You're taking this way too casually.
He had 3 interviews this week. He's doing his best.
And no offers yet? What's wrong with him?
Getting anxious won't help. Of course, I'm giving him advice when he asks, but ultimately it's Tommy who has to do it.
It's because of your attitude that Tommy hasn't gotten any job offers yet.
He's passed the first round at several companies.
First round means nothing. When is the next interview?
Not many of his friends have offers either, so we don't need to rush him. It's better than making mistakes because of pressure. There's still time.
Time? The best companies hire early.
He's focusing on companies where he actually wants to work.
What are you being so relaxed about? He needs to beat out the competition to get into any decent place.
He's talented and hardworking. Something will work out.
That's not enough these days. What are you gonna do if he can't get a job?
We'll deal with that if it happens. Things will work out how they work out.
You're absolutely useless as a parent. I really regret choosing you as my second wife. Should have picked someone smarter.
He doesn't need this kind of pressure right now.
Pressure builds diamonds. You're too soft.
You don't need to be so harsh.
Someone like you wouldn't understand. Failing at job hunting means his life is over.
That's not true. It might be tough without a job offer, but I don't think it would end his life. He'll find a way. Besides, I'm just happy he's grown up healthy and well.
There's no point in talking to someone at your level. Listen, make sure he gets into a famous company or big corporation. You better help him with the job search.
What exactly do you expect me to do?
Edit his resume, practice interviews, use your connections.
He's been studying interview techniques every night.
Not good enough. He needs real practice.
There's only so much I can do for his job hunting. I can listen to him, give advice sometimes, help him look presentable. That's about it. Being too involved would just add pressure.
It's a parent's job to push their kids.
Tommy's working hard without being pushed, and I know that's enough.
Your attitude is the problem here. I'll have to handle this myself.
What are you planning to do?
I'll call some business associates, get him interviews.
Don't interfere. You'll just end up fighting with him. If you want to help, just quietly support him.
I have to step in because you can't be trusted. Don't you get that?
He doesn't want your business connections.
Every successful person uses connections. He's being naive.
Tommy's doing fine. Just trust him. He is your son after all.
I trust my genes, but I can't trust your parenting.
I raised Tommy to be someone I could be proud of anywhere he goes. You don't find many kids as good as him.
What's so good about him? He talks back to me, his father. To be honest, I think he's a failure, thanks to you.
He graduated top of his class. How is that failure?
Grades don't matter once you're job hunting.
Don't say things like that.
Well, once he joins my company, I'll straighten him out. He is my only son, after all. Just make sure he gets a job offer soon. Otherwise, I won't let him inherit the company.
I told you, Tommy doesn't want to inherit it.
Everyone wants to be a CEO. He's my heir. He knows his responsibilities, unlike you.
He has his own dreams.
Dreams don't pay bills.
Say what you want about me, but please don't tell Tommy what you're thinking. He's really trying his best right now.
That depends on you. If you don't make me angry until he gets a job offer, I'll let things slide, but I'll point out any slacking off right away.
Fine, I'll do what you say.
Good. Starting tomorrow, go help my mother at her house. You'll work there and listen to everything my mother says. Yes, the mother you hate, until Tommy gets a job offer.
What? I have my own work at the daycare.
Take time off. My mother needs help around the house.
Why your mother's house? You know how terribly she's treated me all these years. I told you I'd only maintain minimal contact with her.
Perfect time to make amends, isn't it?
She called me a gold digger just last month.
Maybe if you helped her more, she wouldn't think that.
She's never given me a chance.
That's exactly why. If Tommy's working hard, you should be too.
This has nothing to do with Tommy's job hunting.
Everything has to do with Tommy's future.
You're not making any sense.
Mother knows lots of people could help with his job search.
She's never shown any interest in helping Tommy.
That's because you've kept her at a distance.
I kept her at a distance because of how she treats me.
You don't have to do it, but if you don't, I'll go up to Tommy's room when I get back and give him hell.
Leave him alone. He's preparing for tomorrow's interview.
Then you know what you need to do.
You're the worst. Fine, I'll go to your mother's. Just don't do that. Leave him be.
I knew you'd understand.
How many days a week?
3 to start, more if Tommy doesn't get offers soon.
I can only do afternoons. I have morning shifts.
Mother prefers mornings.
I can't quit my job.
You don't need to work, I provide enough.
I'm not giving up my career.
Career? It's just a daycare job.
It's important to me.
If that's what you want, remember, if you want to be free, tell Tommy to hurry up and get a job offer.
What exactly do you expect me to do at your mother's house?
Whatever she wants, cleaning, cooking, gardening.
I'm not her maid.
No, you're her daughter-in-law. Show some respect.
Even when she insults me?
Just keep quiet and do what she says.
And this continues until Tommy gets a job?
Exactly. Better hope he gets one soon.
What if she... I'm heading home now. He's going out drinking with his friends.
Make sure he doesn't stay out too late.
He's an adult now, and he starts his new job next week.
I see. Well, he can let loose once in a while.
The ceremony was beautiful. His speech as class representative was amazing.
He should have told me he was giving a speech.
It was in the email I sent you last month.
I was busy with work.
I ended up crying. It feels like just yesterday he was so small, and now he's grown into such a fine young man. Even though there were tough times, looking back, it all went by so fast.
You're not even his birth mother. I don't know how you can cry.
It's because we've spent so much time together. True, I'm not his birth mother, but I raised him as if he were my own. Do you know what he said in his speech?
What?
He thanked his family for supporting him.
Good. At least he knows that much.
Class representative. Can you believe it? And a job offer is first choice. He worked so hard.
Well, he is my son, after all. Getting a job at a prestigious company? I'm proud. That's one phase complete. Looks like we don't need you anymore. Get out of my house.
What?
You heard me.
After all these years?
Thanks for your child care services. You can get divorced whenever you want now.
So I'm useless now that Tommy's gone. Is that it?
The house'll be quieter without you bothering me all the time.
I see how it is.
Oh, you knew I remarried you just to be a caretaker?
Your attitude these past few years made it pretty obvious, though I didn't expect you to be so direct about ending it.
You've served your purpose.
15 years of marriage, reduced to that.
Huh, and you still didn't divorce me? You're a weird one.
I had my reasons.
Money?
When we first got married, it was hard feeling like I was just dumped with childcare duties, but I wanted to stay with Tommy. I'm grateful for all the experiences I got to have with him. Thank you for giving me the chance to be a mother.
You sound like you were expecting this.
I learned a lot during these years.
You're creeping me out. I thought you'd make more of a fuss about being thrown away as an old woman.
I'm only 45, hardly old.
Still past your prime.
I wasn't living with that kind of resignation.
Already have another man lined up?
I don't need another marriage to be happy.
I thought choosing you was a mistake, but if you're gonna be this graceful about the end, maybe it was the right choice after all. It helps that you're so understanding.
But I will be claiming my fair share of the assets in the divorce settlement, so please be prepared to pay properly.
There it is, not so graceful after all.
It's my right.
Oh, so that's your game. You're just another gold digger after all. Money was your aim?
Well, I need money to live, and I think I've earned my share.
After all I've given you?
You mean after all I've endured?
Yeah, I'll pay. It's not like it's much anyway. Once Tommy joins my company in a few years, we'll make it even bigger between the two of us. What I'm giving you is pocket change in comparison to what we'll be making.
That's good then. I'll start packing when I get home. I'll need about a week though, with all the preparations.
Taking your time, aren't ya?
I need to sort through 15 years of life here.
That's fine, but no longer. I have my own plans, you know.
Your girlfriend can wait one more week.
How did you...
Mark, I'm done with the moving preparations and I'm leaving now. Thank you for everything over the years. Yes, I've packed all my belongings.
Sorry about the sudden divorce talk. Don't hold it against me. You've had it pretty good here. Even though your life will be miserable now that you're being thrown away, stay strong.
You don't need to worry about me. We're really happy about this. Thank you for finally giving me this divorce.
What? Happy? What do you mean?
Because we're finally free from you. Nothing could make me happier. Besides, I have my precious family.
Family? Your parents are long dead. Are you losing it? You don't have any family left once we're divorced.
What are you talking about? I have Tommy.
Stop joking around. Tommy is my family. He's my son. I just let you raise him. He's not your family.
But he's chosen to come with me. He wants to be legally part of my family.
You're lying.
Check his registration.
What? I won't allow that.
Tommy's an adult now, so he doesn't need your permission. The family registration change is already done.
When did this happen?
Last week, right after graduation.
Are you kidding me? What's the meaning of this?
I guess he wanted to distance himself from being your son as much as possible. You dumped all the parenting on me while you were off with your mistress. He never really saw you as a father.
Don't talk nonsense.
It's all legal and finished.
Who do you think raised him all these years?
Both Tommy and I are grateful for the financial support, but Tommy went to the schools you wanted and studied how you wanted. You were obligated to pay. Supporting your child is the bare minimum a parent should do.
I'm coming home now. Tell Tommy to be there too.
The mover's already left with our things.
Our things?
He's moving out with me. He was going to live in his own apartment once he graduated, remember?
Well, call him back!
He's busy with his new life. Besides, no one's at the house anymore, and I'm already on my way to my new place.
Where did you move to?
Why should I tell you? We're divorcing. We're strangers now. I don't want to deal with your tantrums anymore. Go enjoy life in that house with your mistress like you planned.
Hey, Tommy's not answering my calls!
He probably blocked you. The apartment lease is in my name, and he won't need anything from you going forward.
There's no way you could be a guarantor!
Actually, I can. I never touched my parents' inheritance, and I have savings. Plus, I became a full-time employee at the daycare center a few months ago.
What? You were just working part-time a few days a week!
A full-time position opened up 3 months ago. I didn't tell you because I was actually preparing to divorce you after Tommy's graduation. I needed to become independent as soon as possible.
I never heard about this!
Because I didn't tell you, and you've never asked about my work in all the time we've been married. When you brought up divorce, I figured I didn't need to say anything.
You and Tommy planned this all along?
We only discussed it after you mentioned getting divorced. But Tommy was planning to move out anyway, and he was going to suggest I divorce you. He said he saw how much his mom was suffering. He really grew up to be such a good kid.
Good kid? This is the worst!
Maybe for you, but to me, he's the most wonderful child in the world. Having Tommy is what kept me going all this time. Let me be clear, you're a failure as a parent, so please stay away from our family from now on.
Tommy is my child, I keep telling you! He's going to inherit my company!
Have you looked at your company's books lately?
What do you mean?
He doesn't want to inherit your barely surviving company. He knows about the mounting debts hidden behind your CEO title. He doesn't want that kind of negative inheritance.
He's my heir! My mother won't stand for this either. If you don't listen to me, I'll send her to your house.
We're not related anymore, and you don't even know my address.
That's easy enough to find out.
If you show up, I'll call the police. And I've gathered plenty of evidence of your affair over these years. I'll be filing for compensation for both you and your mistress.
We're already divorced. You can't do that.
The statute of limitations for adultery compensation is 3 years, and I only recently investigated who your mistress is. I just found out who she is. I have every right to make a claim.
Sarah, did you hate me that much? Enough to even take my only son? Don't you think this is cruel?
Remember all those nights I waited up?
What?
I endured your verbal abuse for over 10 years. You remarried just to have a caretaker and left everything to me, not to mention your mother's harassment. You should be grateful this is all that happened.
Look, please, just let me talk to Tommy. Can't you tell him I want to have a discussion?
He's read all our message history.
What messages?
Every cruel thing you've said to me. He's seen it all. Tommy doesn't want to talk to you anymore, and I'm respecting his wishes.
Please, I'm begging you, as someone who is family, just grant me this one last request.
I knew long ago we could never be a real family. and now we're complete strangers. I won't listen to your requests. My role here is done. The divorce, but the mistress begged my ex-husband to comply because she didn't want her parents to find out, so they reluctantly agreed to my terms. My ex-husband's company's performance has been declining year after year, and with the continuing losses, I expect it will go bankrupt within a few years. His mistress, who's planning to marry him, probably has no idea what she's getting into. Plus, his mother wants to live with them eventually. It's only a matter of time before that family falls apart one way or another. My son and I now live in separate homes, but he's so thoughtful. He comes to have dinner with me once a week, and I'm just so happy that he's grown up to be such a kind person. Though we weren't related by blood, my son and I consider ourselves real family. My husband may have married me just to be a caregiver, but once I grew to love my son, there was no way I could leave. So being able to divorce in the best possible way and leave with my son, I couldn't ask for a better ending. From now on, I'll watch over my son's growth from the sidelines, supporting him as he walks his chosen path, while I enjoy my second chance at life.
Mikey, honey, are you doing okay?
What is it, Mom? And I told you to stop calling me that childish nickname.
But you used to love that nickname.
When I was 5, maybe.
I just miss those days.
So what do you want? Anything wrong?
I just worry about you working so hard at your company every day.
I'm fine. The work isn't an issue.
Are you eating properly? Getting enough sleep?
I said I'm fine.
But you need to understand how special you are to me and how worried I am about you.
Mom, please, not this again.
Is it wrong for a mother to worry?
It is when you're trying to guilt trip me.
I would never.
You do it all the time.
But you work such long hours.
I can take care of myself.
But you'll always be my little Mikey. You're always going to be my sweet little boy.
I'm almost 30. Please stop with that.
Why are you so cold to me lately?
I'm not cold. I'm just an adult.
Well then, don't call me Mom. Call me Mommy like you used to.
What?
It would make me so happy.
No, I can't do that. Anyway, can we move past the childhood memories?
But they're precious to me. Anyway, I prefer Mommy, so until you start calling me Mommy again, I'm going to keep calling you Little Mikey.
Fine, whatever. It's pointless arguing. Do whatever you want. Can we get to the point? What do you need? Let me guess, is it more money?
Actually, yes. This month is tight again.
Every month seems to be tight lately.
Living costs keep rising.
For everyone else too, but somehow people manage, you know.
But the bills keep piling up.
They didn't pile up before?
Everything is so expensive now.
More expensive than last month?
Things have just been difficult.
But I sent you $1,000 at the start of this month.
I know, and I'm grateful for that, but...
Are you? Because it sounds like you want even more money.
That should have covered the utilities at least. Everything is getting more expensive these days.
You keep saying that.
Because it's true.
What happened to that money?
Bills are higher than expected.
Show me the bills then.
The heating bill was shocking.
But it's not even winter yet.
They're always higher than expected these days.
That's not an explanation.
Well, actually, your father's company is really in trouble. He might get fired before retirement.
What? Dad has contributed so much to the company. He created hit products and successfully launched new divisions.
The company just doesn't care about loyalty anymore.
That doesn't sound right. Dad just got a bonus last year.
Things change quickly in business.
How quickly could things change?
You don't understand corporate politics.
I work at a company too. I understand plenty about these situations.
Things just change so quickly.
What exactly is happening at his company?
New management doesn't appreciate experience as they used to. The situation has completely changed.
What changed? Dad never mentioned any of this.
That's all in the past. Recently, he's been leaving work right on time, and his salary has gone down.
Really? What does Dad say about this?
He barely talks about work anymore.
That's not like him at all.
People change.
Not that quickly.
Maybe you don't know him as well as you think.
I think I do.
Your father's the type who treats work like a hobby. He just says everything's fine, and he gets in a bad mood whenever I ask about the company.
Since when?
Recently.
How recently?
A few months.
Maybe I should ask him about the situation myself.
Don't! He'll know I told you.
Why would that matter?
Because he'd be embarrassed.
Why are you so worried about that?
It would hurt his pride.
Dad's never been the prideful type.
People change when they're struggling.
You keep saying that.
He's very sensitive about work right now. Trust me, I know your father.
I won't mention you told me. I'll bring it up casually.
He might get depressed if you bring it up.
Dad, depressed? Now I'm really getting worried.
See? That's why I didn't want to tell you.
All the more reason to talk to him.
No, no, no. You absolutely can't ask right now. It's not the right time.
When would be the right time?
Just not now.
You're being unusually insistent about this.
Because I care about your father.
There's more going on.
It's complicated.
Then explain it.
I can't.
I think Dad would give me an honest answer.
Actually, things aren't good between your father and me.
What?
We've been having problems.
What kind of problems?
We've been growing apart.
Since when?
We haven't been connecting lately.
That seems sudden.
These things build up over time. We actually might be getting a gray divorce.
No way, that doesn't sound like Dad at all.
Marriage is complicated, honey.
You two seemed fine at New Year's.
Things aren't always what they seem.
You were both laughing together.
We put on a good face for you. There's history you don't know about.
What history?
It's painful to talk about.
Tell me anyway.
You might not know this, but your father had an affair in the past.
Really? Like you said, Dad's a workaholic. When would he have had time to do such a thing?
Men always find time for these things.
That's not an answer.
Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
You keep saying trust me.
Because I'm your mother. The pain never goes away.
This seems like a big accusation.
I wouldn't lie about this. Well, he found the time to have an affair, didn't he? And now it feels just like it did back then.
What feels the same?
The distance between us.
I see. But nothing's confirmed, right?
A wife knows about these things.
But that's not evidence, though.
Don't underestimate a wife's intuition. Do you know how long I've been with your father?
Well, yes, but
30 years isn't enough experience?
experience at what?
I can sense these things.
But that's not concrete evidence, Mom!
Why are you taking his side?
I'm not taking sides. I'm just trying to understand the situation.
It sounds like you are. Anyway, I can't rely on your father right now, and it's awkward to talk about money. So could you please increase the monthly support for a little while?
But it's already been about 6 months since I started sending money.
I know it's a burden.
Then why ask for more?
Because I have no choice. Please, just until the end of this year.
What? Until the end of the year? That might be difficult.
Why?
Well, I'm actually thinking about getting married.
What? My Mikey has a girlfriend?
That's right.
But you never mentioned anyone.
Well, yeah.
How long has this been going on?
Long enough.
That's not an answer.
Would I mention marriage if it wasn't?
But marriage is a big step.
I know that.
When do I get to meet her?
I need to make sure you'll be supportive first.
What does that mean?
Exactly what it sounds like.
Of course I will be.
Really? No criticism?
When have I ever been critical?
Actually, I was planning to introduce her soon.
How soon is soon?
Within the next few weeks.
That's very sudden.
We've been dating for 2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
And you never told me?
Now you know why.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what it means.
Anyway, let me know when you decide on a date. We'll need to tell your father, too.
Yeah, I'll let you know once the date is set. Mom, where are you now?
At home?
No, I mean, I'm at home too.
Oh.
I came to discuss wedding plans.
Well, you should have called first.
I did 3 times already.
Did you? I must have missed them.
How did you miss 3 calls?
My phone must have been on silent.
Well?
Oh, well, I was just having dinner with a neighbor.
Which neighbor?
Mrs. Smith from next door.
Why did you just lie?
It wasn't a lie. I just made a mistake.
A mistake about where you are?
I was flustered.
By what?
Your sudden visit. Then you should have at least told Dad where you were going. He said he doesn't know where you are. Oh, really? I thought I already told him.
Well, he's wondering where you are. By the way, I talked to Dad about work, and everything seems to be normal, so there's nothing to worry about.
Did you mention about the money? I told you it was a secret. Your father doesn't know about it.
Why are you so panicked about this?
I'm not panicked.
No, I didn't mention about the money, but something still seems off.
What do you mean? Nothing is off.
Dad seems perfectly fine at work.
He's hiding it from you.
He got a promotion last week.
What?
You didn't know?
He didn't tell me.
Strange that he wouldn't mention anything about it to you.
We've been busy. Anyway, please just don't bring up anything about money. Even in families, there are things we don't want others to know about.
Like what things?
Just things.
That's concerning.
What's concerning about privacy?
The secrecy is what's concerning.
Every family has secrets.
Should they?
You're being naive.
Well, I'm planning to talk to Dad about money soon.
But you promised not to say anything. Why?
Because I need to.
No, please don't. When?
After the wedding introduction.
Isn't that next week?
Yes, but it's an important matter. Amy and I are thinking about moving in together and combining our finances, so things need to be discussed.
What? You're moving too fast.
We've been together for 2 years.
2 years isn't that long.
It's long enough to know.
Living together before marriage and sharing money?
We're planning to get married by the end of the year.
That soon?
Why wait?
You need to think this through.
We've thought this through carefully.
But we haven't approved of the marriage yet.
I didn't realize I needed approval from you.
Of course you do.
At my age.
You're still our son. We're family.
What, you're gonna oppose my marriage?
Whether we oppose or approve will be decided after we meet her.
That sounds like a threat.
It's not a threat, it's parental concern.
I've told you before, Amy is a wonderful person. She's too good for me, really.
Just don't make decisions about living together or sharing finances before getting our approval.
Mom, I'm not asking for permission from you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Even if you oppose it, I still want to marry Amy. That won't change.
You're being very disrespectful to me.
No, I'm being honest with you.
Honesty without respect is just cruelty.
Now you're concerned about honesty?
What does that mean?
Nothing. Forget it.
A marriage opposed by parents never works out. Wait for our approval before making any plans. Don't get carried away making decisions just between the two of you.
I need to go. Amy's calling.
We're not done discussing this.
Yes, we are.
Remember what I said about the money?
We'll talk after the introduction.
And don't mention anything to your father.
Goodbye, Mom.
Michael, I'm sorry.
Amy, where are you? You suddenly disappeared and my parents are worried. Your shoes are gone, so you left our house, right?
I just couldn't stay there any longer.
What happened? Are you safe?
I'm in a taxi heading home.
What's wrong? I need to know why you left.
Sorry, but our wedding needs to be canceled.
What? Why?
I tried to be polite, but I can't tolerate with this.
Please tell me what happened.
Your family is too much. I'm usually not picky about things, but that was beyond acceptable.
What was? Was it me? Or did my parents do something rude? You can tell me anything. Please don't make decisions like this alone. We need to talk.
I just had to get out of there. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Just tell me straight what happened.
You were there.
At dinner? You can tell me anything.
Well, yes. It's like different values, or rather, different eating habits.
Different eating habits?
The rice. I can barely type this.
What about the rice?
I thought I was imagining it at first.
Imagining what? What do you mean?
The rice your mother served, you and your father were eating it normally, right?
Yes. Was something wrong?
You didn't notice anything strange?
No, what was wrong with it?
Did you look at what they served me?
No, I was focused on my own food.
Please go check my bowl.
Your bowl isn't here anymore.
Of course she got rid of it.
What are you talking about?
I've never experienced anything like it. I thought it was mixed grain rice, but all the brown things were insects.
What?
It was probably small beetles or something.
That can't be right! Are you absolutely sure?
I know what I saw. I tried so hard not to scream. I'm tearing up just thinking about it.
No, wait, it wasn't mixed grain rice?
That's what I thought at first too, but mine wasn't. Look carefully.
I'm looking at mine now, but it's just mixed grain rice.
No way! It was full of insects.
Even I can't stand insects, so I would be able to notice them. There's no way they're in the rice.
Please, you have to believe me. Just look at my bowl, the one that was served to me. Look carefully so your mom doesn't notice.
Okay. Wait, your bowl is gone. Hold on, I'll check the trash. There's rice that's been thrown away.
So, did you find it?
This can't be.
See? Insects, right?
I'm so sorry, Amy. You're right, but why? Only Dad's and my bowls were normal. I just don't understand.
Maybe your mom put them in as spite? You mentioned she can be difficult sometimes. She still calls you childish nicknames, and maybe she didn't want to lose her precious son. Or maybe there's something that would be problematic if we got married. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't have said that.
No, keep going.
There's more.
This is unforgivable.
So, if I have to continue to deal with your mother, I need to reconsider the marriage.
What? No, please don't give up on our relationship just because of her.
I don't want to, but
We could work this out.
I do care about you so much, but
We can find a way.
how?
I don't know yet, but we will.
But
Amy, I'm willing to cut ties with my mother.
what? But isn't your family struggling? You're even sending them money.
I can't forgive her for doing this to you, but please wait a little. There's something I need to check about this situation.
Something to check? About what?
The whole story about my family feels wrong now.
What story?
Everything she's told me.
About your father?
About everything. Trust me, there's more going on here.
More than the rice?
Much more, I think.
What are you going to do?
I'll tell you everything when it's done, and I'm really sorry about today, but please trust me and wait.
Mikey, you've broken up with Amy, right?
Why would you think that?
She left so suddenly. That was definitely not a good first impression.
Yes, she did.
Well, she left during the wedding introduction. Your father's been in a bad mood ever since. He ignores me when I try to talk to him. It's like he can't even hear me.
I see.
He's being very difficult.
Well, I wonder why.
So, Mikey, honey, I have a favor to ask. Your father apparently lost some money in investments, and we need $30,000. Could you lend me some of your wedding savings? It's fine since the wedding isn't happening anymore, right?
What? Was that your plan all along?
What plan?
I won't lend you anything.
But we're family.
Family doesn't do what you did.
What do you mean? We haven't approved of the marriage yet.
Only you haven't approved because it would be troublesome for you if I got married, right?
I don't understand what you mean.
Let me be clearer then.
What?
You put insects in Amy's rice during the introduction dinner, didn't you?
What? How dare you? I did no such thing.
Still denying it?
Where's your proof?
You want proof?
I would never do that. How could you accuse me?
You're still lying.
So that woman told such lies? How horrible. I worked so hard to cook dinner for Amy, and behind that quiet face, she's the type to tell such lies. Those are the most untrustworthy kind of women.
Stop lying.
I'm just defending myself.
Are you really?
You believe her over your own mother?
Yes, I do.
After everything I've done for you?
The untrustworthy one is you, Mom. The rice in Amy's bowl, I checked it right away.
Huh?
Nothing to say?
What evidence?
Do you want to see the photos?
What photos?
The ones I took of everything. All proof.
Photos can be misleading.
Are they?
Oh my, oh dear, were there really insects? Well, well, who would have thought? Things aren't always what they seem. I'm sorry about that.
So now you're sorry?
But it wasn't intentional.
Keep going.
It just happened by accident.
Really?
It wasn't on purpose.
Multiple insects by accident, and they somehow got to the bottom of the bowl?
I just didn't notice.
Are you saying you didn't notice when you served it to Amy?
I guess I was just distracted.
By what?
Because I was busy with all the dinner preparations. These things happen.
No, they don't!
Well?
And why did you throw away only Amy's rice right away?
Well, I was angry that she left in the middle of dinner.
That's not it.
What do you mean?
You didn't want me to get married, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's true. But you see, I just thought you could find someone better than her.
Another lie?
What do you mean?
The real reason is because you've been spending Dad's savings.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what.
I don't understand.
Stop pretending.
What do you mean?
I know everything.
You don't know anything.
Want me to tell you what I know?
You're imagining things.
Every transfer.
What transfers?
Every withdrawal.
Stop this!
Every lie.
You were investigating me?
Playing dumb won't help. I've already told Dad about this.
No! What exactly did you tell him?
I told him everything.
You had no right.
As his son, I had every right.
This is between us.
No, it's between you and Dad.
You shouldn't have interfered.
I'm coming over to our house today.
What?
We need to talk about what happens next.
There's nothing to talk about.
Dad says he has something to tell you, too.
Mikey, honey, please, forgive me. I was wrong. I'm really sorry.
Just stop it.
Please, just listen. I made a mistake.
I won't forgive you.
I'll approve of the marriage now. I'll apologize to Amy, too.
It's too late for that.
I can fix this.
You can't fix trust.
Please give me a chance.
Some things can't be fixed.
I can make it right.
There's no need. I'll never let you meet her again. I was gonna marry her even with your opposition anyway.
You can't do this to me.
Watch me.
You're being cruel.
Am I?
After everything I've done for you,
Like what exactly?
I raised you. And now your father is going to divorce me.
Good.
What? How can you say that to your own mother?
You brought this on yourself, having an affair and giving money to your lover and using Dad's savings to do it? Over $50,000 spent, and you were desperately trying to replace it. That's when you came up with the idea to emotionally manipulate me into sending you money.
You don't understand.
I understand perfectly.
It wasn't like that.
Then what was it like? Just explain it.
Wait, it wasn't an affair. I was just lending him money.
More lies?
He really needed help. He was in trouble.
There you go, lying again. How can you lie so easily? I told you I investigated your lover, too. When I suggested reducing the settlement amount, he told me everything. He's married, too. Really, you're almost 60. How stupid can you be?
You don't know how lonely I've been.
So you just stole Dad's money?
I was going to pay it back.
When?
Soon. I'm sorry. I'll apologize.
This isn't something that can be fixed with an apology. Targeting my money, putting insects in Amy's food to ruin the marriage? You're truly the worst.
I've ended things with him.
So what?
I ended it myself.
After you were caught.
I'll get a part-time job and properly pay back the money. So please, help convince your father.
Why should I?
Look, I've been a housewife all my life. I can't even imagine getting divorced now.
You should have thought of that.
I've never really been out in society. I don't think I can live alone.
That's not my problem.
Who else can I turn to?
You should have thought about that before having an affair and using Dad's money. And you told me Dad had an affair before, but that was actually about you, wasn't it? Dad told me this happened before. Back then, the other man was married too, and Dad had to pay settlement money to his wife. You're truly garbage. Don't you feel any remorse toward Dad who forgave you the first time?
But he was persistent and I couldn't refuse.
More excuses?
You don't understand.
Making excuses like that just shows what trash you are. You hurt Dad again by repeating the same thing, and you deserve this divorce.
You don't understand how hard marriage is.
I understand loyalty.
Marriage is complicated.
Loyalty isn't.
What about my life?
What about Dad's life?
Please, if your father divorces me, I'll have nowhere to live. Help me.
That's easy to solve.
What?
Work yourself to the bone.
What do you mean?
Stop acting like some tragic heroine and spend the rest of your life working to pay everything back. Cut back on food and sleep, sacrifice your health, and work like a horse.
But I'm too old for that.
You weren't too old to have an affair.
That's different.
How?
Please, there must be another way.
There isn't.
I can't live like this.
Listen well. If you thought I'd keep doing whatever you want, you're dead wrong. I tried to live up to expectations as an only child, but there's no need to do that for someone who won't even act like a proper parent.
But I am a proper parent.
Listen up. You're gonna be kicked out by Dad, pay settlement money, return all the money you squeezed out of me, over $1,000 per month, and pay compensation to Amy too!
That's impossible.
Take out loans if you have to, but you're paying it all back to us.
That's too much.
You found money for your lover.
That was different.
Don't underestimate me. I may be in administration, but I work at a law firm. There are plenty of lawyers willing to help me after hearing my story. Plus, Amy's father is a police officer. Don't even think about running away or trying to weasel out of this.
You wouldn't do this to your own mother.
Watch me.
You can't be serious.
I am.
No, please. I promise I'll never have another affair or borrow money again.
Like last time?
This time is different.
Your promises mean nothing.
I mean it this time. I can change.
You had your chance to change 20 years ago.
People make mistakes. Give me one more chance. Michael, please.
Don't message me again.
I have nowhere else to go.
You should have thought of that before.
What about all our years together?
You destroyed them. Never contact me, Amy, or Dad again. You can discuss the rest with the lawyers.
But I'm still your mother. Please, I won't do this again. Trust me.
Trust has to be earned.
I'll earn it back.
You're the least trustworthy person in the world to us. Goodbye. My mother repeatedly apologized to my father, but he wouldn't forgive her, and their divorce was finalized a month later. He demanded settlement money from both mother and her lover. Of course, Amy and I made our claims as well. Since my mother's parents had already passed away, she sought help from her brother, my uncle, but I had already told him everything, so he wouldn't even let her into his house. Sometime later, we got a call from the police that she had been caught shoplifting, but we refused to act as her guarantor. Money was deposited into the account, so she probably borrowed from loan sharks. I imagine she's not living a very good life. I hope she spends the rest of her life in regret.